shit, like that shit, like that light shit. It up, motherfucker, light it up.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to NGS. This is Division A. We've got coming in HotS versus Macroroni and Cheese. And I'm very excited to be casting this one tonight. The first map we're going to is Volskaya Foundry, and this is a map that has been picked by coming in HotS. So is Macroroni and Cheese is going to get first hero pick, first hero ban, and these two teams, I'm very excited to see these two play. Macroroni and Cheese is gone 3-0, and the two teams tied with them have also taken one loss, so they're going to look to go 4-0 and take the top of Division A. Well, meanwhile, coming in hot, they've had a lot of draws, 3 draws and 1 loss, so looking to get a win and get them back up into the top of the standings here. So, without further ado, I believe we are ready. We're going to go right into Volskaya Foundry here and start up the draft.
Volskaya Industries.
Okay. We are here at Volskaya Foundry, and I am very interested to see how these teams ban here. I've seen a lot of Div C, Div B teams play this map, and I'm interested to see how the top of the division plays this map. Okay, so we're going to see what the first ban is. We're going to see if we stick with the meta here. You know, your Genji bans, your Hanzo bans, your Greymane bans, your ETC bans, your Lucio bans, depending on just whatever people want. Or I've seen first teams also take off bans, but the Genji is going to be banned right out, and we're going to see if we're going to get the Shimeta brothers here. So, waiting on coming in HotS and Macroroni and Cheese here. Really waiting. And I've always said that these clocks need to be bank time. So if you pick a ban, you bank 35 more seconds onto your clock, because really, like, you know, if you know your ban, you're just sitting here. Yeah, we're gonna ban this, and let's just spend the next 30 seconds thinking about it. So coming in HotS, gonna ban the Kerrigan. Maybe something I've not done research on Macroroni and Cheese. Maybe something about Macroroni and Cheese here. They're scared of the Kerrigan, wanting to get rid of it, or perhaps it could be a clue as to the type of comp that they want to run. So Hanzo available, grabbed right away here. Hanzo can take those camps down super fast. Also, just all over does very good things. Sharpened arrows can burn tanks down. He does plenty of damage. ETC, of course, the premier tank at the moment. Grabbing him right here. One of the benefits of ETC is he's not just strong, but he's also a very neutral pick. Also another neutral pick, Greymane, grabbed up here. So that means Lucio is the only one left in the big 5 here. We're going to see if the same 5 heroes are indeed gone before the round of second bans. Now waiting on the next 2 here. And really, just with the Hanzo, we're gonna have to see what these people grab. If the continuing meta picks still hold, they're gonna grab a Lucio and somebody else, probably maybe a Ming, maybe a Kael'thas, maybe a Chromie to prevent siege, maybe a Tychus. I've seen a lot more of Tychus lately, or just something to push down. A lot of teams have different approaches to this map, so I'm really excited to see. Edward Torres. Brings in the Lucio Garrosh. Okay, so Lucio definitely a pickup here, and they're going for the Garrosh here. So I'm not sure if Garrosh is going to be a solo tank for them. He can certainly function as that, or if they're going to bring in another beefy front line to help him out. Garrosh. Always a threat. They did kind of nerf his Q a little bit, but some people actually think it's better. Some people think it doesn't really matter. You still can hit people and walk up to them and throw them. So Garrosh always a threat to throw people in the backline. So the Malthael ban comes out here. Perhaps they're looking for a Sonya in one of the lanes, or some other composition that they don't want him against, as well as they probably don't want to run the Malthael into the Lucio. And I'm being told by the chat from 2 minutes ago that Nex on the side of Macroroni and Cheese is a Kerrigan god. So the target ban there against Nex on Macroroni and Cheese means that they don't have to deal with the Kerrigod for the moment. So the Malthael ban comes out, and Macroroni and Cheese thinking what they want to ban here. And I'm wondering if there is anything in particular they're scared of from coming in HotS. And see, against, the issue, having this, going second is you don't have to show too much of your plan right away. So ETC Greymane says absolutely nothing about what kind of draft they're going for. So the ban here, really just a question of what do you not want to see on your side. So they go for the support ban. Choke is an extraordinarily wrong word. It's certainly not a support choke. Just saying, hey, let's get rid of at least one of the supports. Maybe they felt like playing Stukov. Considered by some people to be the second best support at the moment. And we're going to go for the Falstead. So coming in HotS, going for the global presence, and they go for the Tyrael, the double tank right away, expecting a second tank to be, possibly expecting a second tank to be coming out on the side of Macroroni and Cheese, providing support for, the Greymane going in. Provides help if Garrosh starts throwing people. If Garrosh shows Tyrael, of course, Tyrael can sit in EDC. Both have escapes. And the last two picks for Macroroni and Cheese, we're going to see if Garrosh is indeed that solo tank or if we're going to see something else. I wonder if they're going to go for the Dahaka here to try and match the global presence of Falstead, or maybe coming in HotS just wants the Falstead to be able to have quick disengages. Lucio speeds people in, Garrosh throws people around, Falstead comes in, gusts, and resets the whole thing. So Gust maybe just the tool that they want here, in addition to some global presence that they can use for this map. And this map is kind of small, but it's a little bigger than you think. But here's the Sonya, so Garrosh indeed going to be the solo tank here. Sonya here, they definitely, they've got now 2 campers, so they're probably going to be putting a lot of priority into getting those camps as quickly and as often as possible. And Alex Straza, so double support, Hanzo carry here. I mean, Sony can do a lot of damage, but like her burst has really been mitigated because of the latest patch. And Alex Straza, Dragon Queen, certainly powerful in its own right. So not completely relying on Hanzo to do the damage, but certainly thinking he's going to get a lot of value here. And with the Garrosh throw, they're certainly looking to blow people up fairly quickly. And also, a Cleansing Flame onto Sonya. They only have 1 stun on the side of coming in HotS, so Sonya can be safe when ETC is not using her power slide. Sonya just able to spin onto everybody. They're going to go for the Ana. So, Ana being the solo support from coming in HotS, not a bad thing. She could certainly do that. The Sleep Dart maybe going to stop the Sonya from coming in. The Sleep Dart can stop Dragon Queen for a little bit. I really just hopefully be able to keep the front line alive. Very strong front line between the ETC and Tyrael. Very beefy line, with especially with those shields, able to give everybody on the side of coming in HotS shields. So on the side of coming in HotS, it looks like we're going to have it's really going to come down to how the Tyrael plays and how Ana is able to position to keep her team alive. Whereas on the side of Macroroni and Cheese, they are really looking. They're really looking for that double support. It's really to sustain on people. Sonya, Garrosh, they all have very good sustain. So it'll be very interesting to see how these fights go. So on the side of coming in HotS, we've got Tempest on the Ana. We've got the Reb, I believe, on the Greymane, Kroven on the Falstead, Megalomania on the Tyrael, and Masterfish on the ETC. And over on the side of Macroroni and Cheese, we've got Winterheart on the Hanzo Edward Taurus, on the Alex Straza, Iman on the Lucio Huff Money and the Garrosh, and Nex Eternus on that Sonya. Alright, so we're going to start a 5-man middle here. Whoops, sent my mouse into space there. And they're going to go ahead and posture up here. And it looks like I'm getting some FPS drop here. Hopefully this improves things right now. Just some posturing up here from both teams and everything, and they start going in onto each other. Nothing. Ooh, big slide onto the Garrosh. He gets really low, but stands in that Alex Straza heal. It's just barely keeping him up. Just sort of heals back that poison damage. He's going to be fine, but that was quite a lot of damage coming out from that onto that Garrosh. I think my FPS is backed up to normal here, so. We have a 4-man coming up here to match the 3-man. Tiro's going to go mid. Meanwhile, Falstad and Sonya duking out in bottom lane. Looks like Sonya is being able to chunk out that Falstad real well. Ooh, a big spear onto that Falstad. Falstad backs out and has to tap up. Meanwhile, up here, we've got Garrosh posturing, looking maybe to get a throw onto somebody. Gets a stun onto the Grandman, but EC is there to make sure nothing is really happening there. Meanwhile, we've got Alex Straza and Hanzo doing a lot of clear. Sonya comes up from the bottom lane, helps clear, having pushed that bottom lane in, giving a 5-man middle here. Sonya mounts up and goes back down to the bottom to catch up the Falstad. Meanwhile, Greyman has cleared top, and it looks like coming in HotS maybe has a slight XP advantage for them one, but it's very, very slight. A moment. Let's take the opportunity. Ooh, big stun onto the Hanzo here from Master Fish. Not gonna be a whole lot. Redemption is completed already by Hanzo, so a pretty quick redemption here. And we've got Ana going for the Piercing Darts quest, very popular prog rock Q build from Greymane. Season marksman for Falstad, and over here on Garrosh we got Warbreaker 6 out of 15 already, so really Garrosh just looking to get those stacks. Hanzo clearing out this turret camp as quickly as possible. Redemption, of course, for the Hanzo, block for the Sonya to win that solo lane against the Falstad. Accelerando for Lucio, and Circle of Life. Alex Straza going W build here, so thank you very much for the follow. I don't have eyes on who it was, and Alex Straza goes down here. Greymane Killer up top, and that's going to be a bunch of missed experience for Macroroni Cheese, and coming in HotS, doing really well on their Macroroni so far, and taking control of the support camp up here. And big fight over the support camp here. Somebody gets a strand here. Falstad flies up here to finish the fight. Master Fish is getting super low. Slides through before he dives, gets the stun onto everybody. And Sonya goes down from Falstad, so it's a 1-for-1 trade, but it's going to be the support camp going over to Macroroni and Cheese, and a big throw onto Greymane to finish him off. And that is going to be a 2-for-1 in favor of Macroroni and Cheese, and that support camp fight, a big bonus there for Macroroni and Cheese, gaining back that experience they may have missed top from that gank here. So I appreciate the comment from 2 minutes ago that saying I look like a young Martin Starr. I've definitely gotten Martin Starr from a lot of people. I do enjoy that. It's the first doppelganger that I haven't been absolutely ashamed of. And I very much appreciate the young I definitely appreciate the young comment, because I just turned 36 yesterday, so that is very much appreciated. And sorry I did not switch the game into full screen mode. Fortunately, we didn't miss any action as we get a scatter arrow onto some people there, as coming in HotS just try to clear up this wave, letting really just letting Macroroni and Cheese have this Triglav Protector while they get experience in the other 2 lanes. So the Triglav Protector goes over to Macroroni and Cheese without so much as a fight from coming in HotS. And we've got the Triglav Protector. We've got 2 people in the Protector. I've seen various discussions on how to change this, and the slam coming in from the protector over there. And meanwhile, Falstad down here pushing this wave, and Sonya and Lucio come down. Don't get a gank. Falstad catches it in time. The straight up protector, really good takes this front wall here, and it's going to come down. I don't think it's going to get much more than that. So front wall being the reward for the Triglaf protector here. They both get out of it. Alex Straza gets back in it. They start running around, and it's going to be just one person coming over here and sitting this protector down and just getting some damage on his towers. Big damage going on to ETC and Falstad in the front line. But this protector is done for. The ETC gets thrown but slides back out to safety. Face melt and everything is fine. Okay, we have 4 men down here in the bottom fighting, and meanwhile you've got Tyrell doing a really good job pushing in against this Hanzo. Hanzo has to back up quite a bit. Those shields are very powerful. Meanwhile you've got Sonya and Falstad coming up here to mid, and the 3-man's going to immediately rotate here. I don't know if Falstad's going to get out in time. The big spear, huge amount of damage. This Falstad is going to get over the wall just in time. The Garrosh stun is not there. The slide go under the Garrosh though, but the Garrosh throw sends ETC to the other side, so he's not able to body block. When all 5 of them are down here mid, as Falstad backs up, but Tyrell goes up to lane, and it's the slight structure advantage for Macroroni and Cheese is the difference here in XP, but I think both teams are going to hit 10 around the same time. However, the support camp going over to Macroroni and Cheese as they and they've got 2 of those big old medicine packs for when the fight happens next, and that's going to be humongous, a huge edge to them next time a team fight comes out. So it's slam onto Master Fish. Master Fish just waiting for the throw. Power slides immediately away. The slam does not hit him. Meanwhile, Falstad once again getting these turrets. And Falstad here gonna swap out a healing pulse for a turret, something that I embarrassingly didn't know you could do until today. So a big shield coming out from Tyrell here as 4 members down here while Falstad clears up bottom. All teams have 10s now. We've got the stim drone for Ana, the mosh pit from ETC. We've got the go for the throat from Greymane, and Falstad not wanting the gust. In fact, going for Hinterland's Blast here. Hinterland's Blast being a very more popular choice in NTS than I expect, but coming from a Div A team is especially cool to see. So I was wrong about the wanting the Falstad for the gust. They want the Falstad for the laser beam, and that's going to be indeed the fried chicken Judgment laser beam from Falstad. There's the Judgment out of the Sonya, and follow-up is there. The stun onto the Hinterland's Blast means that no follow-up damage is going to be possible. Meanwhile, a huge stun from the Garrosh onto 3 people. Sonya pops Wrath, and there's the disengage from coming in hot. So the combo doesn't happen. Only Judgment and Bio. Oh, it's not. It's a super fried chicken. It's going to be a nano boosted. I believe Falstad and nano boosted there. I didn't notice, but I think it's got to be a Falstad zap. So extra spicy fried chicken coming out for coming in hots. Meanwhile, the 10s on the side of Macroroni and Cheese. You've got I believe that's Taunt from Garrosh. I don't know the icons. Yeah, it's Warlord's Challenge. AoE Taunt. You've got Wrath from Sonya. Dragon Arrow from Hanzo, which excellently stopped that Hinterland's Blast coming out from Falstad. The Lucio's Sound Barrier, of course, and of course Cleansing Flame from Alex Straza. I'm going to take a look at the builds. I'm going to show the builds here. I won't be able to comment them because I think a team fight might be coming up here. We got 4 people coming up here onto this point. Masterfish gets the slide onto Lucio, and nothing really much happening here. Falstad flies up, and meanwhile Sonya is now late to the party. Greymane completes his quest, and coming in HotS is now in full force, and 5 have a slide advantage now waiting for Sonya. But Sonya is going to continue to push mid. And it looks like coming in hot's now going to get on the point here. But the 13 talent advantage here for Macroroni and Cheese. Here comes Sonya, gets a big spear onto Tempest, but there's the Mosh Pit Laser Blast, almost kills Lucio, but gets the Sound Barrier out, and meanwhile, Ana, who had gotten that huge spear on her before, goes down, and there's goes everyone else, like Domino's possible material trait value, but no, the Cleansing Flame is going to heal everybody back up, and that is going to be 3 going down on the side of coming in hot. That Sonya flank was humongous. It was an excellent mosh pit, but it was interrupted immediately. The Hinterland's Blast not enough to confirm a kill and make everything come back. So they lose the 12-13 fight there. And meanwhile, you've got Sonya pulls up the spell shield, expecting that hardstyle, dragon scales. So everybody pulling up their talents that they can on 13 to make sure that combo is less effective against them. And it's I may have screwed up the name of that combo, but I don't really care. It's crispy taco. I'm gonna call it extra crispy chicken, spicy chicken. It's all good. I'm kind of hungry right now, is all. Alright, Trigger Protector goes with Macroroni and cheese, and you got 4 here. Falstead, meanwhile, clearing on bottom. Masterfish. They're keeping people from getting into the Protector. They're really just burning it down. No one else kind of getting near it. ETC able is on it. Finally, Garrosh gets into the Protector. And that Protector is like at 1/4 of its health. Big Dragon Arrow stuns everybody before they can get back in their gate. Sonya spins. It's not going to be enough to get any sort of kills. Masterfish is going to be able to heal up real quickly. They've still got 2 turrets and 1 healing pulse from Lucio. And this is probably going to be a fort over them. The Trigger Protector gets a huge chunk onto Ana. But meanwhile, coming in HotS burn the heck out of that Trigger Protector. There's a Judgment onto the back line. The Hendron's back onto the Lucio. The break it down. The sound barrier is out. They're on the back line trying to kill them. Meanwhile, the Trigger Protector goes onto a solo Ana. Greymane can't peel her, and Greymane now goes down fighting Garrosh. Masterfish is stuck. Falstead is dead, and Macroroni and Cheese just picks apart the combination. The composition of Coming and HotS, my goodness, that is a 5-for-0 wipe. Of course, they did have the 16-14 advantage there, so a very ballsy fight picked by Coming and HotS. Didn't quite get what they were looking for. That combo, the Judgment Falstead combo, has not managed to kill Lucio. They haven't been able to interrupt the sound barrier and finally get the kill onto him yet. And meanwhile, while they're busy doing that, Macroroni and Cheese just kills their whole team of Coming in HotS. So, a fort destroyed by Sony. They're not going to quite get this keep. They're going to get the fort and the keep wall. Big Dragon Aerial onto 4 people, and that's 2 going down immediately with a massive follow-up there. And there's ETC going down as well. Can't quite engage. Kind of makes you wish you had guessed, except Falstead did die, so it wouldn't matter. And Macroroni and Cheese going to pull right onto the keep here. And this might well be game, especially with various duels. A Judgment comes out into Hanzo trying to eliminate their source of damage, but I think this core is probably done for. Greymane trying to get damage. The sound barrier comes out to confirm the kill, and that is gonna be game, with the first game on Volskaya Foundry going over to Macroroni and Cheese. So well done there by both teams. Macroroni and Cheese definitely showing a good, very strong performance here, showing why that they are at the top of the league in A. But Coming in HotS, I hope to see them make a comeback and bring this out to a 1-1 draw. I'm very excited to see the next game. And our next map that we are going over to is Infernal Shrine. So let me set that up very quickly here. Yeah, the cheese, I don't know if you call that cheese, but the wombo combo potential from Coming in HotS never really managed to find the magic moment they were looking for. They got a little bit behind on experience before they were able to get that off, and it looks like it didn't work out for them. So we're gonna bring our players in here very quickly. I'm very bad at multitasking. Where is everybody? Alright, I'm just making sure everything is correct here for a second. I'm gonna check. I have to check the NGS webpage, which you can check out at nexusgamingseries.com to make sure I've got the rosters here correct. Okay, they get swapped. They get swapped. They're correct. These are not correct. Alright, I think I have everybody here in the right place. We are just waiting for one more. I'm going to make sure everybody's good to go. And we're going to get into the draft here on Infernal Shrines. Now, this is the map pick of Macroroni and Cheese. They were able to take the map pick of Coming in Hots. Let's see if Coming in Hots can turn that around. Gladiators ready. Contestants ready. We go right into Infernal Shrines.
Infernal Shrine.
That's what I said. All right. Okay, first ban here. I wonder if it's going to be the Kerrigan again. No, it's going to be the ETC, and they may simply take the Kerrigan themselves. Kerrigan, of course, always good here, but if you pick her early, it can be rough. But we're going to see what happens here. So they ban out the ETC, getting rid of the cow immediately. Maybe they want one of their own Shimada brothers. Maybe they want something else. But getting rid of Cowman first and foremost. So we're going to see if they go for the Genji ban once again here on the side of Macroroni and Cheese. Counting down to 15. I wonder, and I'm very interested too to see if Coming in Hots has their own composition for this, or if Macroroni and Cheese has got another special comp, just as special as the one we saw from Coming in Hots on their own map. I always love when teams have specific compositions they'd like to draft into on their own specific map. So Greymane banned out. So it looks like they may be angling for the Hanzo themselves. There's the Genji pickup first right away. So they banned out the Genji this time, and Coming in Hot says, okay, we'll take it if you think he's a good enough ban last game. Macroroni and Cheese now thinking what they want to do here. These next two picks. And I have to wonder if Hanzo's going to be part of it. Hanzo was very good. And there's the Kerrigan. And now we get to see Nex play that Kerrigan. So let's see if he is as good as advertised. No, they're not really angling for the Hanzo this time. They want the Kerrigan, and they're going to grab the Lucio here as a healer. So Hanzo's still on the board. I don't know if they want to go Genji Hanzo. But we're going to see Kerrigan picked up in the first round, and we're going to see if Coming in Hot says, all right, we're ready for you to pick the Kerrigan early because we think we can shut the Kerrigan down. Or if maybe they don't think they can shut her down, but they're going to try. So we're going to see how they go about this here in the next round. I could see them grabbing a tank very quickly in this rotation. I could see them maybe grabbing their support here if they're worried about it to be banned out here in this next round, or possibly double support taken by Macroroni and Cheese. Already known to take double support, and they go down right to the last second, and they're going to go Genji Hanzo, and they go for Uther. So they do, in fact, pick up their support here, thinking that he might be banned out. So Uther looking to heal whoever's going to be picked up by, who picked on by the Kerrigan. Be excellent against that. If they don't, manage to group up and get multi-stunned by Kerrigan, Kerrigan pulls a combo on one person. Uther says, here's a ton of armor. So, the Genji Hanzo picked up. let's see if those two heroes combined together. They're very popular meta heroes. Let's see if combined together they are just as good as everybody says. So first band coming out for Macroroni and Cheese. They are certainly thinking about it, using up as much of their time pool as possible discussing this decision. And I think I think you ban a tank here that's going to mess with you. Yeah, Arthas going to be banned out here. Not he's a good solo laner, but also a good tank, and he can really slow down. That slow can really mess with people. Kerrigan jumps in. She uses her combo. She's pretty much useless until her next combo comes up, and so Arthas can slow her down as well. And I'm sure there are more heroes in their hero pool that they don't want to have to deal with Arthas. So here comes the next round of bans from Coming in HotS, and they're going to ban out the Anubarak, and really looking to shut down just the dive potential that they got. And they've got a Genji, which means that there's no Cocoon to Cocoon Dragon Blade, and also the Uther possibly not just good into Kerrigan, but also a making sure that they can get the Divine Dragon Blade as well. So they do in fact settle for the Anubarak pick. And then we're going over here, and let's see how Macroroni and Cheese's composition really rounds out. You don't have a situation where they have a super generic comp. Kerrigan really commits you to a you're gonna, at least one kind of specific engage. So it gives you definitely more information about what to do here. So let's see how they round it out. See if they rotate on this comp as well. Macroroni and Cheese going down to 30 seconds. They grab the Alex and they grab the Blaze, and we've got Blaze here. This is my first game I've cast with a Blaze, and I wonder. I can't imagine he's going to be a solo tank, but we're going to see if he is. Blaze going to be very good in the solo lane if they decide to go that route on this map. Solo lane's still very popular on this map. I've seen them all over the place, and which means that now Coming in HotS both needs a solo laner and a tank as well to deal with the Blaze. Alex Straza, Lucio once again grabbed here. So the classic Dragon Queen and double support here for Macroroni and Cheese, but this time with a Kerrigan and a Blaze. And Blaze can, even if he is the main tank, one of his biggest weaknesses is his lack of engagement. And you have a Kerrigan, that is a crazy good follow-up for them. So Coming in HotS coming down to their last second, wondering how they need to pick up, and they grab the Sonya Muradin. So plenty of so a point and click stun there on the Uther, and then Muradin with his own CC as well, and then the Sonya to counteract the Blaze, get camps, and all of that good stuff. Plenty of camps in this map to be had. And the final pick here for Macroroni and Cheese. And I don't know if this is going to be another frontliner. Another frontliner gives them a lot of melee. And I guess technically Uther's melee, so there's a lot of melee on the side of... a good amount of melee on the side of Coming in HotS, but I could see Blaze being the only... I could see them going for another range, especially with a double support like this. Macroroni and Cheese coming down to 5 seconds. You let the clock come out, and it is the Gul'dan. So they do, in fact, go for another range, and Gul'dan, of course, very good on this map, able to clear out those little skeletons very quickly, and also provides plenty of damage, and can just really chunk people out, and can, if he gets his corruption on a bunch of people, can really ruin Uther's day. So there's the final pick. Blaze indeed is going to be solo tanking here in this game as we go into the match, and I will correctly switch the scene here so that you get the full screen experience. So looking at these compositions, really, I'm just curious to see how much damage Genji and Hanzo can do. Genji can be um, probably a good nuisance. Gul'dan and Lucio and Alexstrasza, I mean, like, they're all, like, you don't have anybody super beefy except for Blaze. So Genji's got a good amount of targets, except that you've got Sound Barrier, you've got Horrify, you've got Dragon Queen. So I'm interested to see how this plays out. And we're going to go ahead and start. And on the side of heaven, we've got coming in HotS. We've got Masterfish on the Muradin, Megalomania on the Sonya, Reb on the Genji, Tempest on the Uther, and Crovin on the Hanzo. And on the side of hell, we've got Macroroni and Cheese with Huff Money on the Blaze, Nexus on the Kerrigan, Winterheart on the Gul'dan, Amon on the Lucio, Edward Taurus, Harthing as Alexstrasza, and it looks like everybody is going to start off with a big 5-man brawl down middle. Everybody coming up here. Genji throws out some stars just to see what's going on. And both teams sort of posturing around each other, trying to get some shots into some bushes here. And they're going to be able to clear this wave so fast on the side of Macroroni and Cheese. Between Blaze and Gul'dan, if they're both working together, they've got crazy good wave clear. And has anybody noticed that the Alexstrasza portrait is like crazy stretched weird? She looks insane there. That is nuts. Anyways, they rotate down here. So it looks like Macroroni and Cheese is going to go with the classic 4-man rotation. They're going to jump onto Masterfish. Masterfish is going to jump away. He's going to be just fine. Meanwhile, you have a 3-man gang squad coming up here. It's going to be Sonya versus Alexstrasza here. Edward Taurus bringing up the Alexstrasza. And Genji and Hanzo are just going to be on permanent gank squad, it appears. So Genji and Hanzo and Uther clearing this wave up. Meanwhile, you got the 3-man rotating down here on a Masterfish. Masterfish jumps away again, leaping Muradin, leaping all around, just sort of soaking this up. Not getting nice thing about Muradin, he's able to soak up all this damage so that the archers hit him and not the towers, and he's able to heal it back up right away. I'm going to go ahead and look at the level 1 quest here. We got the Wave of Light quest from Uther, War Paint coming up from Sonya, third one from Muradin. Strike. And there is a gank here onto Megalomania. Has to spin. Is she going to survive this? No, there's the Kerrigan pull onto the oil slick, and she goes down. Masterfish comes out to peel, but he's going to jump away before he takes them out instead. And that is a big, not a huge kill, but like an important kill onto Sonya, able to interrupt her rotation and get some XP lead there. Hanzo going for target practice, which I have not seen here. I usually see Redemption or the W quest here coming out for Hanzo, so all the Hanzo mains out there can tell me how good or terrible that is. I don't know if I'm going to see any Monkas in the chat or not, or what faces, what have you. Sharp Classic, this is the current standard Kerrigan build at the moment, and it looks like Macroroni is looking to see if anybody's doing that camp right now. Genji getting pulled in by Kerrigan but not comboed, able to back off. Blaze gets a stun to Muradin. Muradin is not phased. Muradin steps up and is just hitting people with this hammer. Meanwhile, Gul'dan takes a ton of damage. The stun goes onto him. The slice on the Gul'dan is in there, but the drain life gets enough life from Genji that he's able to survive. Masterfish gets comboed and stunned by Blaze. The follow-up stun from Blaze is, as I said, is very good, and that's a kill onto Masterfish as this shrine comes up. So looking at the rest of their talents, you've got the W build once more on the Alexstrasza. You've got Gul'dan going for the Pursuit of Flame, allowing to give him some range, and Blaze going for the new habits, that expecting that Unstoppable to be useful to him in the future. I'm interested to see this Blaze. Yeah, just going for a full Pyromania build, looks like. Oh my goodness, that was an Alexstrasza killed. And I'm sorry I missed that excellent gank up there by Reb and Megalomania onto this Alexstrasza just before the shrine pops. And that's a great kill to bring coming in HotS right back into this game. I mean, they were out of this game, but that's them asserting their power here. Big stun onto Lucio. Nothing much is going to happen. No follow-up there. Hanzo walks in here. They've got this camp, this Kaja camp pushing mid. Hanzo looking to clear a little bit, but they're going to go back right onto this shrine here. Big dash misses onto the Gul'dan. Genji has to back away, and Alex Strauss is going to heal them right back up. Between Lucio and Alex Strauss, they've got so much healing, and a big corruption, and a Kerrigan combo lands on the Masterfish and Megalomania. Masterfish jumps out. Sonya spins out. Sonya is not going to survive, whereas Masterfish is able to leap far enough away that he will, but that was a huge amount of damage onto those two heroes there. And it looks like Macroroni is going to be able to take the shrine in between Gul'dan and Blaze. They've got so much clear on the shrine. And Tempest caught way out, and Blaze comes down with a stun to make sure Uther goes down. Uther caught in the wrong part of town. Gets to heal people up, throw Masterfish some stuff. Masterfish combo lands from Kerrigan. And Nexus is definitely doing work. And that, chat, you were not kidding when you said Next means Kerrigan. So, this Punisher comes out. Meanwhile, Kerrigan goes up top. Sonya is soaking bottom. They jump the Punisher over the wall. And looks like Macroroni and Cheese is going to get this front line here. Punisher pushing on this fort. They may get this fort as well. They're doing a lot of damage. That Gul'dan does so much siege damage for them. And the Punisher jumps onto 3 people. Masterfish has to jump out. And they're going to give this fort up. And that is going to be a fort off the first Punisher, which is good. Kerrigan combo lands onto 2. Almost takes out Uther and Hanzo, but they jump away. And that is going to be it for that Punisher. Meanwhile, that Cosra camp, I didn't notice it, but that was definitely getting a lot of work done on this fort as well. So they were not able to clear that camp before the Punisher was finished, and so that helped them push a lot. Helped Macroroni and Cheese push a lot. Masterfish finds him doing this camp, can't really do anything but throw him a friendly Stormbolt and hop out before Blaze throws his stun out. Easily, very telegraphed stun. Murden able to jump out immediately. His Cosra camp is going to be pushing good. Meanwhile, Alex Strauss kind of soaking. Somebody has pinged her, and I don't know how. I'm not sure who this one is, but they're going to go ahead and do this bottom camp. Put pressure on the lane. Genji waiting very patiently to see if they can get another kill onto Edward Taurus. Meanwhile, Genji comes down here. He's going to help clear up these archers and help them wave clear. Wave clear definitely suffering. Not suffering, but like, they've got good wave clear on the side of, I mean, it's not amazing on the side of coming in HotS, and the wave clear on Macroroni and Cheese is amazing, and they're able to just push this 10 advantage right onto this fort. That fort structure damage, along with 4 kills to 1, thank you very much for the follow. Apparently brings my FPS down to nothing. Maybe I should not have that up. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can't fix. Yeah, it looks like everything's okay again. So that camp being taken, they grab another fort here with their 10s, and let's go ahead and look at their 10s. Is that? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that's an Ultralisk I see. I don't know if Nex is well known for this or not, but I have never seen an Ultralisk in competitive play before, and I am very excited to see how it goes down. Cleansing Flame for Alex, Sound Barrier. Horrify in my first place game, he's going to go for Bunker Drop, which is going to be good if he really has survivability issues. Masterfish staying out here. Sound Barrier has to come out to prevent the Genji coming in, but the Genji gets feared. He pops his W protected, but it's not going to be enough to avoid the Kerrigan combo. Can't get over the wall in time. Masterfish has just enough mana to leap away, and that's going to be a kill. Right as Coming in HotS hits 10. So Coming in HotS, they're going to go for the Divine Shield, the Wrath of Berserker, Dragon Blade, Dragon's Arrow, and Playmaker coming out here for Masterfish. Alright, the shrine comes up, and they're going to be able to fight this shrine on even talent tiers and up to heroic. So Horrify and Sunbury used to get that pick onto Coming in HotS, and I feel like maybe that's something that they would prefer to have rather than facing this team at a closer level advantage. But with the same amount of heroics. So they want to get started here right away. Masterfish looking to surround this Blaze. Blaze is absolutely surrounded. Masterfish, though, getting in. A big spear goes onto Gul'dan. The Playmaker punches him in way for a dragon kill. Here comes the invulnerable Dragon Blade, and it's just chopping up the back line, getting plenty of damage. Cleansing Flame comes out. With the double support, they're going to be able to heal back up. The pull onto Megalomania. Sonya is going to survive this, and they're going to survive for now and have to reset this fight, but they are up 1 kill to nothing here. An excellent fight there for Coming in HotS, taking their advantage here. Blaze stun absolutely misses and puts him in a really bad position. He could be out of position. He goes down here. That E really committed him, and Blaze, his Bunker Drop not off cooldown in time to save him from that destruction there. So, coming in HotS, come in and hot and take this shrine. Alright. Looks like they're going to have Sonya stay on the shrine. Meanwhile, Macroroni and Cheese doing some macro of their own, going down bottom. Meanwhile, here's a Genji trying to get a pick onto Edward Torres, but Kerrigan dissuades them from doing so. Meanwhile, Kerrigan's going to go down here and start this camp, get it for free. There are going to be 3 up here clearing the shrine, make sure they get it. But they're going to have 2 camps pushing on keeps while this top Punisher comes at them. So that means they're going to have to spend some resources clearing them instead of pushing more than they could. So meanwhile, Genji mounts up, and he looks around the jungle area for some kills. He's going to come up here on the front. They're going to look and siege on this while Sonya goes down to clear all of these camps that are pushing. So it's going to be a 4-man push. Blaze stun goes on to Genji. The follow-up Kerrigan attack is not there. Genji able to leap away. Big stun on the 4 people in the Punisher, but no one really there to follow up. Looks like coming in HotS, this Punisher is super weak. They're just going to back up. They want to take that time to back up, get some mana. They're going to go ahead and just play the map now. Kerrigan coming down here. This camp and this wave has already gotten a little bit of damage onto this tower. This tower not quite dead, but meanwhile, down here, Divine Shield has to be used onto Hanzo as he leaps away, and coming in, Macroroni and Cheese pushes forward with a Horrify. Horrify interrupted, but he... What just happened there with that Horrify? That was weird. Interrupted twice. Bunker Drop goes down. They're Hummy and HotS able to get out without a kill. The combo, the Kerrigan... What just happened there? They chased them down. The Horrify didn't really come out. Here's the Unstoppable. Here's the Pyromania on the side of that Blaze. Gul'dan's starting to get low, but Cleansing Flame might be able to finish off the Murden, and it does. So finally 1 kill here. Macaroni and Cheese getting very aggressive, but Genji coming out, catching Edward Torres. Alex Straza out of position, unawares, and they trade 1 for 1, and that's a huge trade for coming in HotS, who was in a very desperate situation, had to disengage very quickly. The Kerrigan managed to stun 2 people at once, but they were able to run away just in time. Hanzo and Genji so mobile, not able to really lock them down, and I don't know what interrupted that Horrify twice there. And I think they maybe got it off the second time, and maybe it whiffed, but I didn't really see anybody affected by this. They're going to hold on to this camp, but it looks like they're looking to invade here. They're going to have to, Masterfist is going to have to push them off there. Meanwhile, Sonya caught out, dodges the Kerrigan combo from Nex Eternus, and walks away without getting ganked. So Sonya, excellent dodge there by Megalomania, clears up that camp. Meanwhile, Kerrigan comes here bottom, and they're going to just go ahead and take their camp. They go ahead and get the Shaman camp right away. Not sure when this Punisher is going to pop here. The Shrine's going to come up, but it's going to be a while. Dragon Arrow goes right into the 4-man, and the Vedas. Master Fitch gets on the point here. They get the camp, but it's going to be a big fight here. Meanwhile, Genji getting super low is protected. Here's the Dragon Blade coming out with the Divine Shield. Meanwhile, though, Kerrigan on the Murden in the back. Genji gets out without really getting a kill, but Sonya's sort of stuck here in no man's land. She's going to try and get as much done as she can before she dies. Masterfish comes out with the punch, the big haymaker to save himself. Sonya goes down along with Uther, and it looks like Murden's going to go down too. That was a ballsy invade. Oh, a big jump there by Masterfish. The Blaze Stun doesn't quite get him, but the follow-up damage does, and Masterfish does indeed go down. Tries to juke around, but not quite going to get it, and that gives Macaroni and Cheese a 16-15 lead as the Shrine pops. Very ballsy invade there by coming in HotS. Didn't quite get what they were looking for. The Divine Dragon Blade doesn't do quite as much damage as you would like with the double support there. Cleansing Flame is just so powerful, along with Sound Barrier. Genji comes in with us as Hanzo to help Hanzo steal this point. Blaze dodges in. Nothing much is going to be happening here while they clear this Kasha camp in the bottom, while Kerrigan gets stuck on Shrine duty. Meanwhile, Sony clears up top, and looks like Yeah, they're just going to come in here and posture for this Punisher, but this Punisher is going to be pushing onto a keep. Meanwhile, they've got this camp here, so they've got a camp and the Punisher pushing onto this keep. This has got to be a wall. They're looking for 16. I don't know if they're going to hit 16 before shit really hits the fan here. And the slam goes down onto Murden as Masterfish leaps away. And here comes the Ultralisk. Oh, big stun onto the Murden. Divine Shield has to be used there for Murden to stay alive. I believe he popped Stone from there to get some health. The bunker drop goes down to throw some fire. Meanwhile, the Punisher just going back to punish Genji as this keep does in fact go down. They finally do hit 16. There's the Playmaker onto the Kerrigan. The slice is through, but the Sound Barrier comes in time to save the Kerrigan. Genji's able to avoid most of the poison damage, but has to back out. Meanwhile, Murden trying to do as much as he can with as much health as he can. He's not Murden, sorry, Sonya. She spins, she stays alive for a very long time, but not much happens. She finally goes down. Uther caught out here by this Kerrigan. She goes down, and they're looking to push her on this core of 5 people to 3. I'm not sure how much they can do here to prevent this. This core's already at 80%. The Cleansing Flame comes down to punish Master Fish, and that's 59-50%. And this has got to be game. Genji not able to kill anyone quick enough. That Dragon form's so powerful as the core goes down, and Macroroni and Cheese takes this game. Huge fight coming in from them. That 16 lead really is what enabled them to get on that shrine, able to snowball that 16 lead into a excellent into a win there for them. So we're going to see if we can get the assistant captain in here for a interview. The captain of Macroroni and Cheese was not able to play tonight, but we are going to hop into the channel now and wait for the interview from Nexus. So we're going to have to ask him about his... Hello, Nex, how are you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great. How about you?
Excellent. I'm doing well. That was a heck of a game you guys played here, and chat informs me that you are indeed the Kerrigan God, so well done on her showing off your skills there on Infernal Shrines.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, that was a great game for us.
Yeah. So I really enjoyed how your Lucio was able to really keep you guys alive for the most part. How worried were you guys about the Divine Dragon Blade there?
We weren't worried too much because we knew if we survived the initial D-Blade Genji, we could just we would survive using the Lucio Sound Barrier, and then after that we would have the double healer and we could just out-sustain them. Yeah, and Dragon Queen gives Alex Straza so much hit points. It seems very difficult for them to really do anything. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and I'm also kind of surprised. I was very excited to see this game with the Kerrigan first pick, to not see the draft go completely meta. You guys did allow the Shimada brothers through on this map, and you guys made an excellent case for not putting him through. Is that you feel the same way?
Yeah, the only reason we let the Shimada brothers through was because we knew they didn't synergize as well together. Because Hanzo kind of wants to kite back, Genji wants to go in, and with Uther as their healer, I don't think they had enough heals just to keep up with our double healer comp. And so I was totally okay with that. And the thing with Genji is we just wanted to pick Kerrigan up early because we knew that would give us melee damage. Because if you saw on game 1 Volskaya, we were kind of lacking that damage. We just had the Hanzo and the Sonya. Yeah. Because they first banned Kerrigan, which was a good ban for them. So just kind of the same thing. We just knew we would have enough damage, enough heals, and then Genji Hanzo with their non-synergy, they wouldn't be able to kill us all.
Okay, I have some questions about the first game in Volskaya. Did you guys see the Hinterland's Blast Judgment coming with the draft from them?
No, we didn't see it coming until they picked it, and we're like, oh, they're going for that. And I guess we kind of got caught off guard, but we kind of recovered decently well because all of our heroes survived well except for the Hanzo.
Yeah, and I saw at least 3 of your players, I think it was the only three heroes that could. As soon as you hit 13, you guys took all of the anti Hinterland's Blast combo talents that you could.
Yeah, pretty much.
So well done there. And like my last question about Volskaya is, especially because I get to cast a Div A team, what's your guys' position on what to do with the Protector? A lot of people are saying put 2 people in it. A lot of people are saying just put 1 person in it. What do you guys feel?
Once again, we don't think Volskaya is a great map, but as for the Protector, we generally like to put like 1 person in it and have another person hop in and out just to do some extra damage. But if there's like a good team fight going on, we always like to have only 1 person in it.
Okay, awesome. Sorry, I'm just chuckling because people are yelling at Jägermeister HotS to do the interview, even though he didn't play in there today. So
we can get him in here too.
I don't see him consenting to this in the chat, so I think we will wait. Any shout-outs that you want to give on Twitch here?
Yeah, just to my team. We played really well. We pulled it off. We had a game plan coming in, and we executed.
All right, and you
So
guys
good
are
job to them.
yeah, and you guys are definitely. I would say most people consider you the dominant force in Division A. So well done on today's match, and I hope you guys keep that dominant streak up for the rest of the season.
Yeah, thank you, and thank you for casting.
Oh, you're welcome. I had a blast doing it, and I think this was the first cast today that I had no real technical issues, other than not switching out of it to full screen quick enough. So,
Fantastic.
yeah. So I'm glad you guys had a good time, and good luck in the rest of your games. Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that was Coming in HotS versus Macroroni and Cheese, and I have one more cast tonight. It's going to be later, and let me get the exact. Let's see if I can get the exact time for you. But it's going to be Moto versus University of Houston. And looking at my calendar, that is going to happen at 9 p.m. Pacific. So in 1 hour's time, I will be back with more Nexus Gaming Series. Again, you can check out nexusgamingseries.com. We've got, as you saw, teams with Grandmasters all the way down to Bronze League playing in 60 teams across 5 divisions. So, thank you everybody for watching, and thank you. If you enjoyed the cast, please follow me. I will be casting Nexus Gaming Series all season long. And once again, we've got Coming in HotS versus Macroroni and Cheese. Macroroni and Cheese taking the match 2-0. I've been Ghost Dunk. I will be with you in an hour for another cast. Until then, have a good night.